Yo, welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be doing some analysis, and we're going to be looking back to the trade we took. That is for last week. And we're going to be making prediction for next week ahead. What our prediction for what are the trades that we might be taking for next week, and let's look at the macros and everything going on in the market. So if you can see today, the pair I'm currently using on right now is gold SAU USD. So if you look last week, we were able to take this trade. We made one to 3.7, then one to 2.6, and this one, well, we were able to close around this level. Something here, almost 1 to 1.3. It's not up to 1 to 2, but this is what we were able to make last week. So we're up like 5, 6. We're up almost 7 to 8%. Yeah, on the trade that is based on risks to reward. So if you risk one, you're meant to be making 8 times your risks for last week. We are unable to catch this move because let me show you. The move played out in the night during the Asian section, played out around the Asian section, and when the market closed, when we were able to close here because this way we closed. Something here. We were able to close here because market rejected this trend line and started going up. So we're like, okay, if this market break this high, we go to the 5 minutes. More clear here. We're like, if the market break this high around this level, we're gonna be closing because we see the market rejecting this level, like trying to reject. This entry was based on news. So if you are trading news, sometimes you're not going to just hold forever. So news are more of spikes. So this is what we're able to catch. That was during the interest rate. After the FOMC news, market retraced back to high and sell. So if you recall, on Wednesday, the Fed they kept rates, they hold rates, they didn't cut rate and they didn't add rate. So the market interpret it in different ways. So let me just before I go into fundamentals, let me just show you what I'm expecting for next week. I think gold is very simple for next week. Next week, just gonna be patient a little bit. I don't think we're going to be having a setup Monday, beginning of the week, maybe from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday will be, let me see, for next week, is it Friday or Thursday? Sometime, Friday might be bank holiday or those stuff. Let me just check the fundamental in the calendar. Okay, on Friday is still a busy day. On Friday will be NFP. So non-farm payroll will be coming out on Friday. So let me show you what I'm expecting for gold. Simple. Let me start from the fundamentals. Good fundamentals is like there's still fear in the market, so that is good for gold. But the sentiment right now is not all about gold. It's about oil because the Strait of Hormuz is all about oil, the macroeconomics, right? It's all about oil. So people now are running to dollar safe haven because inflation. But when there's inflation, yield is going to be strong. And on Wednesday, the Fed fails to cut rates even when we have low economic data like last week, this month is over, like this weekend. So next week we're going to be talking of a new month. Tomorrow is a new month. Is it today? Let me today is 1st of August. I don't even know. So this month, last month data were kind of low. So people were hoping that that might make the Fed cut interest rates. But based on inflation going on, the macro, the bigger picture, the Fed held rates. They could have gone aggressive by adding rates, but new data is coming. Inflation is going down. So you have to add rates. So that is bad for gold. If this high yield, investors will go for yield. They will not buy what is the name, gold. Will not go for gold. So that's why we see gold keep selling. So for now, I'm still going to be selling gold based on fundamentals and technical. Gold is still very bearish if you go in the higher time frame. Now what can we see? See that if you are looking at gold now, the chart is creating lower lows, lower highs, and lower low. So this is a lower high level, right? So now we expect the market to come down here and break this previous low. Market should break it and give us a break and retest. Then we should start selling. Or if you are somebody that like going aggressive, right now I will not even advise to go aggressive, but you can catch the breakout. To not be big that much. So just wait for a break and retest. Or if gold come back to this level and gold come back to a high, then you can sell. Then you can sell from this high here. So these are the two level. We're looking for a sell at this level here. I'm also looking for the market to like give us a breakout. The market should retest this level and sell. That is a break and retest. So these are my two levels for next week. This level and this. There's no trend line. Market is not linear. The market is kind of range sideways move. So there's no trend line. So we're just going to be looking based on this high and this low. It's what I'm going to be looking at for gold next week. So that is all for gold. Let me go straight to the macro picture. So remember on Wednesday the Fed held rates. They didn't add and they didn't reduce. So rate was the same. Let me show you guys. So it's not like I'm just talking. This Wednesday, shares this Wednesday, yeah. Look at it. The Fed interest rate, the previous was 3.75 and the actual rate came out 3.75, so it was held. So what happened is that when the rates come out, right, because of inflation going up, people expect that okay, the Fed will keep adding rate, or you understand there was uncertainty in the market. So when the rate come out, that market market hold rate, they didn't add. So as they didn't add, the dollar did not have enough strength to push higher. So the dollar break this previous support and start going down. So it's not like the dollar is bearish now. The dollar is not bearish. What is going on is the dollar is taking a retracement. Dollar is taking a retracement to support. So sometimes if price is too high, we need a cheaper price to buy, right? That's how we make money trading. You need a cheaper price. So for my prediction, the market is coming back to this trend line to push higher. Dollar is still going to buy in the long run, right? Market is coming back to this trend line to push higher, or the market will be coming back to low to push higher. So this is what we have for the dollar. The dollar is still strong. The dollar is still strong. It's just currently having a retracement. Nothing like bearish move right now. And if you look at yields, you see when they held yields, use that power, that momentum to push higher. Market push higher. So yield is going higher. So obviously, that's what I was saying. Yield is going higher. Obviously, things like gold will keep going down. Gold will keep going down. So right now, if you look at oil price. So if you're trading macro trading, you have to be doing intermarket analysis. It's not that you're going to actively be placing orders on this market, but you have to be looking at them to get a bigger picture of what is going on in the market. So if you look at gold, gold is still selling at 80 84, so it's still high. So what is going on is the war is still playing out, but people are not panicking compared to when it started. Oil price jumped to 100 and 110, but right now oil is still at 85, 85, whatever they call it, barrel per dollar, something like that. And if you look at VIX, look at the VIX, you can see that the VIX is kind of low right now. So that means it's telling you that people are not panicking. VIX is kind of calm. People are not panicking compared to when the war starts. Okay, this video is going too long. So let me just give you guys some kind of analysis. Pairs you can trade. Let's go straight to the Japanese yen. Japanese yen, it was on. The Japanese yen, if you look at it, you see that the market is on, I think on Thursday, the market push higher. I mean, this indication of fear. There's fear in market a little bit. So what we're looking at for Japanese, I don't think I'm even fully interested in trading the Japanese market. Let's just go straight to the dollar market. Remember, So if what is the name, gold is kind of taking a retracement, the pairs that you're going to be trading in the dollar is kind of GBP USD. You know, GPS is in a range, and the last touch in this GPS was this support. So GPS is kind of bullish right now. So the pair you should be focusing on right now is GBP USD buys. If you're finding setup to buy GBP USD, my own prediction is either GBP come back to this level or this level to buy to the upside. So that GP, that's for GBP USD. Or if you look at USD CHF. USD CHF is just like you trading the dollar index. The best thing you can do in USD CHF is wait for it to come back to this low and buy. So when the dollar finish retracing, when it come back to that trend line that I draw or that low, just wait for this market to come back to support. Like this period will trade next week. Come back to this support, then you buy. You understand? Just buy this support for next week. Yep, just buy. So the best pair to trade over in the dollar market right now is USD CHF. Be patient for USD CHF, then you buy. For gold, my guys, I love gold. BTC boys. Let's do analysis. I don't. So this is gold. This is what we've been working. We've been working with gold last week and last upper week. Well, yeah, that's what we've been working on. So we've been gold have been trending. Has been giving us good amount of pips. Yeah, we have been giving us, so we're able to catch this one and this one. This one was with the Friday. Yeah, this one was when it was Thursday. That was last. I think is it, yes, last upper week. Like last, this is a new week. So last week was this Friday one, and last upper week was this one. So this is what we were able to catch on BTC. BTC is just like the fundamental is also like it's like stock market. Since there's fear in the market and yields are high, BTC cannot function very well. People are not spending. So BTC obviously is going to be bearish on the fundamentals and even technical. If you look at BTC is bearish. So if you're trading BTC, what you're going to just do is you wait for a market to come back to this level. You can sell here. You can sell here. Let me just draw the levels where BTC can sell. This simple chart. You can sell around this level here. Trading is not that difficult if you know what you are doing. First level you can sell from is this level. Second level is this level. This level. Don't trade breakout. Don't trade breakout. Or you wait for a break and retest. Just wait for a simple break and retest of this level. So that is for BTC. That is what you can sell for BTC. BTC setup is good. If you are trading next week, you want to trade, obviously say you should trade USDC. If you monitor gold, USDC HF and BTC, they are clean. They're clean, right? Car JPY. Remember the JPY gain momentum to the upside, so a lot of move happen. So if you look at these peers are trading against JPY, okay, just spiking. So that is all. That is all for trading. I don't want to talk of stocks on those stocks. So let me show you the pairs. If you are trading next week, you should actively watch. If you are trading next week, these are the pairs you should actively watch. Remember, this is the setup I gave you guys. If market come here, you sell, break and retest, sell. Don't trade the breakout. I'm going to clean this one. We don't need them again. Don't need them again. We're looking for new opportunity. We're not going to be killing ourselves with past glory. So this is the setup on gold. BTC, this is also the setup. This side, and this side. Let me delete these ones. We don't need them again. Don't need them again. need clean setup. We need a new setup. We don't need old setup. So then here's the CHF. Here's the CHF. This is the setup. Wait for it to come back here. Then you buy. So that is all for this week. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. The link will be my. You can everything, every signal, everything all this trade that I'm giving out. I also call it live on my Telegram, so you can join. Make sure you join, and the link will be in the description. Just join, follow me, and let's make money together. I see you all next week.